Hi Libra, I'm Jude. Welcome to your weekly reading. Welcome back if you're returning, Libra. And to start with, we're going to look at what's the energy you've been in, what's been going on for you, and then we'll look at the week of the 20th of November and we'll see what the cards have got for you. If you do enjoy this, Libra, please like and subscribe because it does make a difference and I really appreciate that. So let's get going. We've got the Empress, the Empress and Temperance. So, Empress is very much about sort of mother energy. You may be in mother energy or you might be dealing with a mum. And Temperance is the card that represents Sagittarius in the tarot. So, you may have a Sagittarian person around you. But Sagittarius talks about finding healing and peace and balance and being patient. So, obviously, because these are general Libra, they're going to resonate differently for everyone. But maybe you're having to be a bit patient with a mum or maybe even yourself because the Empress talks about self-care and how we look after ourselves. And there's a sense here of giving yourself the time and the space to do a little bit of healing and coming back into emotional balance. The Empress is also very creative and abundant. So it'll be interesting to see what else comes out. All right, so the week of the 20th of November, and I do have a new microphone, so I'm hoping the sound is a lot better. I appreciate that. I'm not a tech person, so my mantra is that I get better at it every day, and hopefully the sound is better. All right, so what have we got showing up here for you? Okay, so we've got the Seven of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the World card. So I feel like with these three cards particularly, it's like you're having to sort of stand your ground and find a way to stay in balance here. There might be a little bit of compromise involved with this, or you may even be making a decision to move on because you've also got the World card showing up here. And the World card typically talks about the end of a cycle, the end of a chapter, something coming to a completion. So with the Seven of Wands, it's like you really are standing your ground here. And the Two of Pentacles says it's got you on your toes a little bit, but you are doing it. So it is like there's a couple of cards here that are talking about this, finding your balance and giving yourself the time to do this, even though it feels challenging. Now, the Seven of Swords can talk about moving on from conflict, moving on, kind of going, yeah, okay, I've learnt that lesson. I've learnt what I needed to from that, and now I'm going to move on. And coming into this beautiful energy here of emotional calm and emotional balance. You may also have a water sign around you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Typically Cancer for me when I see this card. But my sense of it is through this conflict, you've sort of stood your ground, found your balance, and now you're moving on. You're saying, I've learnt the lessons from this and I'm moving forward. And putting a chapter to close, it feels like here, Libra. It's you're holding your own energy and you're standing your ground and you're going, yeah, you know what? No, thanks for the lessons and now I'm moving on. And you feeling good about this because it's all about you looking after yourself, I feel. So what's the challenge of this for you? Because it feels like you're pretty clear here. Yeah. Challenge is the Four of Cups. So it may be that, maybe a relationship has come to a conclusion or, there's been sort of some conflict somewhere and somebody may come and offer an apology. The Four of Cups is that little character's being offered the cup, but he doesn't want to accept it. You can see his arms are folded. He's not taking the cup. So there's a no, thank you, showing up here. So out of this conflict, maybe the other person comes and says, hey, look, I'm really sorry. And you're like, yeah, I don't think so, according to these cards. But this is also where the challenge sits. So maybe you don't want to accept an apology, but maybe you feel you should, or something like that. Or maybe, there is an energy around this of how you navigate this from an emotional perspective, because it's cups, and the cups talk about our feelings and our emotions. So that's what the cards are saying is where the challenge sits for you this week. Because I can see from these cards, and remember they're general Libras, so they're not going to resonate for everyone, but the cards are suggesting that you're like, yep, I'm done, I'm holding my line, I'm moving on, taking the lessons, thanks for that, and I'm bringing it to a close. But there's something in there in the emotional energy. So what will help you? We've got the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, excuse me. That was the Hierophant that threw itself over there. What will help Libra? The Hermit. Yeah. And the Hanged Man. So what will help you? The Seven of Pentacles says, you might have even put a lot of time and energy into something here, Libra, and it hasn't sort of returned you what you'd thought, what you'd hoped. And this pentacle is sitting here, and this character's kind of going, yeah, I can see it. I know there's an opportunity there, but I don't know that I want to keep doing this. And this card is all about reviewing, reconsidering, reflecting. Yeah, really doing an assessment here, and a values one, I feel. Because the Hierophant talks about our value system, where we've made commitments, how we show up in the world, and staying in alignment with our values. And this ties it back to the beginning here, where it's all about how you're looking after you, Libra, and doing your own healing and emotional balancing here. And it feels like, in terms of helping with, this scenario, it's like you're weighing it up and looking at it and saying, I need to stay in alignment with myself. And the Hermit following it does this too. You've got a couple of cards here that are saying, really think about what your value system is, what's important to you. Because the Hermit says you're looking at this big picture about what's your guiding light for yourself. And the Hanged Man says, again, there's this still reluctant sort of energy here of the Hanged Man is okay about being uncomfortable in this. He's comfortable enough in the uncomfortableness. So he's just, it's not fun, sort of, but he's okay. His posture is very similar to this character here, sitting under the tree with his arms folded. It's like, it might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but the cards are saying that's okay. You can deal with this. You can navigate this according to these cards. Remember, you have free will, Libra, so you choose what you do. But I'm just going to close your reading out. The tarot is incredible, isn't it? So the card that's shown up as the message from Spirit is the card, and in this deck they call it the card of death and rebirth. So it's about something ending, which is confirming the World card here. Something comes to a close. It already has, I feel, and you've chosen yourself. You've said, yeah, I'm going to look after me now. And the card of death and rebirth is the end of that old energy, but you're in that transition time, that transformation time where you're moving into the rebirth, which again is tying us back to the Empress, who allows things to develop and grow before they're birthed. And that's what this card is also feeling today. It's about allowing the changes gently, with ease and grace. That's what I can see in the cards this week, Libra. I hope you have a beautiful week. Bye from me, and I'll see you next week.